Maybe do I have to go live? All right.
Is it working?
All right. Hopefully we're live now. I had it on. So we're live here at NAFED in Las Vegas for the 2021 NAFED show. Hopefully everybody can hear me all right. We're at registration. Everybody's starting to come in. Big day setup. A lot of speakers. And then there's. Oh, it's not that one. It'll be the live at NAFED.
Oh, you are live.
Another name. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I just know the name of all the training.
Folks are coming in now, Drew.
Yeah, they are. A lot of people were here early too. Oh, this is great.
We are excited. Why are you laughing?
No, you're live on the podcast. I
Exactly.
like it.
I've been bugging you to be a podcast guest. You know, we talk about our great tool.
Yeah, oh yeah,
that,
we do.
That helps support the podcast.
Yep.
And we're here at Caesars in Vegas talking about how we can help folks improve their business.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's a big day here.
You know, we Amorex had a great event last night.
Yeah, they
we
did.
had a lot of good people. It always amazes me how generational this industry is. You know, fathers with sons and grandfathers with grandsons. You know, innovators in the business are still in the business. You know,
Sure.
companies like Gex,
Yeah.
who has
Gex.
5 brothers here today.
Was there 5?
5 of them show up.
Wow.
And these are guys that are, their grandfather was a pioneer.
Yeah.
He invented equipment that helps save lives.
Sure.
You know, I mean, folks like Impact Academy are here,
Yeah.
who are taking on a national approach to helping folks.
Sure.
You know, Pi Barker's here. We chatted with a bunch of their guys last night, and you know, they're just growing and growing and growing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a crazy world, even in 2021, and I think they'll probably go over the numbers sometime at the event. But I'm really interested to see what the numbers through 2020 were, because I don't, it was a pretty resistant industry, and obviously there's ebbs and flows of that, but.
You know, and it's interesting, right? Because another sign of 2021 is it's not just fathers to sons, right? I mean, we see more young women involved in this profession than we've ever seen before. You know, I mean, we'd love to see more.
Right.
But I think women are taking leadership roles in companies that their fathers started, and their brothers are out doing inspections, and, you know, women are doing inspections too.
Oh, yeah,
It's just a great time in the industry.
It is. Yeah. It is a lot of fun. I've had a ton of fun since not only just doing this podcast, but
Here's a guy coming to see
what's
us.
up, Ben? We're live.
Sit here,
Live
beer.
from Las Vegas. Good morning.
Good morning,
How's
sit.
it going, Ed?
How are you doing?
Good. How are
Good
you
to
doing?
see you.
Sit down and
Sit
talk
down.
about how you beat Drew at golf yesterday.
I have no idea what you're talking about. We're in Las Vegas to work.
You were working.
That event last night was awesome.
Wasn't it? I mean, it was great.
And I forgot it was your 50. It was the 50th.
Yeah. So,
Oh, is that what it
we
is?
got a special logo
That's
shirt,
great.
too, Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, 50 years. Incredible.
That is
Introduce
insane.
folks from Amorex.
Yes. Ben Pitts from Amorex. We're live here on the podcast at the NAFED show. It's going to have a lot of fun today. A lot of big speakers and kind of catching people coming through. So,
Great location.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Glad we're inside.
Indeed.
Yeah, this is great. So,
106, but it's a dry heat, right?
right. Yeah, exactly. What's up, Jamie? Yeah. You want to sit down?
Hi, Jamie. How are you?
We're live. We're streaming live to the interweb.
Good for you, man. Good for you and everybody else listening.
Jamie Knowles from Amrex as well.
Good morning.
What's your official title?
I would be the sales manager for restaurant and industrial systems.
Cool. Cool.
Chief cook and bottle washer.
A little bit of that.
As they say.
Yeah, a little bit of that.
We got to get you on the podcast again to do another update. 'Cause that was I think it's one of the best episodes we've had. Is your restaurant kind
good.
of update, and
I'll be happy to do it again.
and everybody was like psyched to because that was the one industry that was really affected
Yeah.
the most within fire protection. There's a bunch of them that were affected. But
Well, we did that right at the beginning of the pandemic, so we were kind of talking about what was going on going into the pandemic. So
Yeah.
doing something afterwards and seeing how some restaurants have survived, some of those stories would probably be pretty good to tell.
yeah, I know, right? And how they've transformed. I'm headed to New York City this weekend, and I just hope some of the places I used to go to are still open.
What part of the city are you going to?
Probably Brooklyn. Maybe go to the Comedy Cellar one night. My wife and I celebrating our anniversary, so it's really exciting. But I don't, I see the list, and I think a lot of restaurants did get through it. One of my my good buddies up in Troy, New York, where Inspect Point's headquartered. A lot of the PPP money and all that got him through the troubled times, and he's really looking forward to it. And restrictions in the Northeast were a little, and up in the Northwest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Very restrictive, and up until recently, we're still that way.
Yeah.
So, very hard road for restaurant owners, and I know the ones that come out the other side of this are going to be the really worthwhile business owners.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to really shine through coming through in the next year here. You see, with all the work they've done to survive, and now they're going to be able to actually get people in their doors, and they're going to be so happy.
Oh, people want to come through the door.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, it was like last night. Last night, everybody was in such a great mood just
Yeah.
to be out and talking to people
Yeah.
and networking again. Everybody was in such a great mood last night. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Well, I saw you yesterday after we kind of came back, and you hadn't seen your sales team in like a year and a half. It was
Over
kind
a
of
year.
wild.
Since out here
Yeah.
March of a year ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was nuts.
Spontaneous hugs all around.
Yeah, right?
High fiving.
Yes.
It was funny. Last night I had some distributors say, "Hey, you want to go sit down and have a drink?" And I'm like, "You know what? I'm going to go to dinner with my bosses. I haven't seen them in like 2 years."
Yeah, right?
I just kind of want to sit down with them and hang out for a little bit.
Yeah.
Remember the people I work for.
Right?
You know,
That
Right?
just shows you how desperate people can get for interaction, for human interaction. They want to go hang out with their bosses.
I know, right? All right. How's it going? Good.
And that's the best part about this week is it feels like NAFED, but it really just feels like a deep breath of fresh air.
Oh, right.
Everybody's just happy to be here networking.
Yeah.
Everybody's just happy to be seeing their old friends that they've met here at this conference for sometimes 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
Mike Champion, one of our marketing managers, this is his 44th trip to Las Vegas in his career for a fire event.
Wow.
Yeah.
44th?
44th trip to Las Vegas for a fire event.
That's crazy.
Hey Drew, I brought somebody else over.
All right.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Deb.
Whole different.
Well, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. I'll see you guys in there. Thank you, man. Good to see you. Yeah.
Are there trick questions?
No trick questions. We're just saying hello.
Good.
Support from the other side.
Yes, I know.
Doesn't have a lot of women on the podcast.
I had Victoria on from NFPA.
Did you have Anna on?
I haven't had Anna on yet.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, she'll probably be in Atlantic City.
Yes, I'll be doing this live in Atlantic
Okay.
City too. It's really cool. This is the first time we're doing this, and I was like, you know what? If everybody's coming through registration, they're gonna have to talk to me.
Yeah, right. Good answer.
Yeah.
It's a good setup.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Because then it could get really loud in the
Oh yeah,
in
and they're
the town hall or whatever.
yeah. Hey, morning. Yeah, this is great. So, are you doing this show in Atlantic City?
No, just this one. Yeah,
This is the bigger one, I think.
yeah.
I'm excited for Atlantic City too.
We start going to the lake every weekend.
Oh, yeah.
So, I just would.
Up to Michigan?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, this is good. I think is Kyle
Kyle.
Kyle's going to be on the town hall with me later.
Oh, he is?
Yes. You didn't know that?
No.
Oh, yes. So, yeah, we got invited. We're the town hall or the, I forgot what they're calling it. But, yeah, Kyle, myself, a few other young, Kendall from Metro. I think Diane's,
Diane Pine.
yeah, Diane Pine's going to, hopefully she'll stop over in a second. But, yeah, right. But yeah, I never met Kyle before.
Oh, okay.
I've met a lot of your team before, but
yeah,
never Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle's pretty awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What does he do? I don't even know.
Well, he started out not even in the industry.
Oh, really?
So he got into the portable side doing live fire training.
Yeah.
And so he worked his way into selling extinguishers and a lot of service.
Yeah.
So he has a lot of service
He's
contracts.
on the sales side.
He's on the sales
Oh,
side,
that's
yeah,
great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's I mean, I'm trying to get a sense, was 2020 pretty stable?
Good morning, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. No, you can come in. We are live on the internet. Lisa Lawler from Keystone here. Huh?
Am I really on it?
Yeah. It's okay. I'm just as nervous as you are, so. Well, you're speaking
Look it, I
today
can
or
sit
tomorrow?
here, and
Tomorrow?
these other two ladies can sit right here.
We got 3 chairs.
We do. Come on,
Hi,
Lisa.
Diane. Nice to see you. Diane Pine, president of NAFED.
Good morning.
Has graced our presence. So.
Hey, come on, Lise. Why does she call me into things like that? It's like no, nothing. I'm like heroin. I'm in your veins. You cannot have enough.
Yeah, so I'm just grabbing people as they come through, and everybody's excited to be at NAFED. This is awesome.
This
It's
is
really,
beyond
really cool.
awesome. I was saying to you last night, it's so nice to see smiles.
Yeah.
Yes.
And to hug people and
Yep.
shake hands.
Yep.
Back to being human beings.
I know. It's.
Fantastic.
I was talking to Ben from Amerex. We just said it on the podcast, but he hasn't seen his salespeople in like a year and a half. So it's like they hired a bunch of people, and it's kind of wild that everybody went remote like that. So
It just goes to show you how resilient we
Yeah.
can be and how quick we can turn our ships.
yeah.
I'm amazed at this entire organization, and I gotta say, my board,
Yeah,
the proudest I've ever been of anybody.
that's great.
They dealt with hours, and including my conference committee, hours of staring at
Oh,
computer
Teams,
screens
Teams meetings and
and trying to
Zoom.
be innovative while staring at little thumbnail pictures of
I
people.
know, right?
Crazy.
No, it's. I think it almost. I was talking to somebody last night about, I'm involved in a lot of NFPA committees, and I think it's almost helped NFPA to a certain extent because, because a lot of those technical committees, they'd meet once or twice a year, and you couldn't get the attendance because you had to actually go to the show. Now the whole committee can show up via Zoom or via. They think they're doing it on Teams.
Yeah, but those
With all the
could be some
voting.
big screen.
I
Now
know.
what, 40, 50?
Oh, I know. And you can't keep track of them all.
Yeah.
But you get everybody there for voting, and
Yeah.
so I think it should help the code progress faster. I would think. But
Here's hoping.
I hope.
Here's hoping. Because it needs a little.
I know. You said it. I did it.
One of my goals before the year is over is to get every single one of the seats that we need to be on in NAFED
Yes.
filled.
Yeah.
Even the alternates.
Yes.
We spent a couple hours on that yesterday, and I think we're really getting close.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, no,
That's
we
good.
need
We need
that
to do that.
presence.
Well, if you need me at any point, I'd be glad to jump on any committee.
Look
So,
at you.
yeah.
Thank you. Jump on because they're in Zoom. You'll be good.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
that.
right. Sorry, Deb.
That's okay. No, I was just gonna say FSSA does have trouble filling seats.
Oh, right.
Oh, they have a lot of trouble filling seats.
It's amazing. Excuse me. It's amazing that we can't get people to be part of something that has such an
Yeah.
influence and not just their industry, but their livelihood.
Right.
Right?
Right.
When these things slip by and then they see it and they've got to deal with it, they go, how did that happen? Well, it happened because you didn't sit down at the table.
Sure.
You got to be
Yeah.
there to have some influence.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
I don't think it's a major commitment. I mean, it's a
It-
commitment, but
It's not that bad. I just got on NFPA 915 for remote inspections, and that's pretty new standard.
Yeah.
And it's kind of wild, you know.
I want to pick your brain.
Yeah. I'll probably talk about that later on the panel and stuff. But anyway, and I never was part of that where it was in person. I've been to some NFPA 25 and NFPA 72 meetings where they're in person, but I was just on that, and that was just full, Microsoft Teams, and it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
And if you're doing it virtual, I think that'll help get more,
hope
people
so.
into it.
I
But
hope so.
I know the associations do have trouble filling spots.
I'll be honest, I am exhausted with Zoom.
Yeah.
I really am.
I think everybody is.
I noticed at my very own meeting that I think people have become very accustomed to being on Zoom.
Yeah, I think
You can do more on Zoom.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is you can be busy doing things
Yes.
on Zoom. And I caught a lot of the members still under that influence.
Sure.
And, put the phone down, I
Right.
can actually see you.
Yes.
So I think you need some live, but I do agree with you that these teams, these Zoom meetings are going to be part of our lives.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they do make things easier. Even for the conference committee, if we would have had to get together that frequently and travel for it, I don't think everyone would have made it.
Right.
It would have been difficult. We even talked about that in the meeting yesterday, is that maybe we start integrating a little bit of these Zoom, Team, WebEx, however we're going to be doing them, to conference committees. To
Yeah.
Just our basic meetings.
Or maybe make it a hybrid where you have, whether just a camera set up, and I plan on doing that. I'm head of the New York Sprinkler Association, and we've been virtual for a year and a half or whatever. But I'm gonna move that to a hybrid where the HJs, because it would always be tough for them to get to the meetings and everything. But when we went virtual, I had FD&Y there, DOB there. It was at every meeting, and I'm like, we can't lose this. So
Yeah.
let's just keep that virtual aspect, but then still have the live event.
Yeah.
So.
I think 2020 is going to make everything hybrid.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
So did
Yeah.
you attend the FSSA virtual meeting?
For a little bit.
Oh my gosh! So you were avatars.
Yeah.
You go to the dance room and you're dancing, and it was the craziest
It was
thing.
it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was interesting, and I was sitting next to Brett Stratton, and I'm like, hey Brett, I'm sitting next to you. You can say hello to me.
That's funny.
Tapping your avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was it was something different.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of the regular webinar, meetings, and that was a little out of the box.
That was totally out of the box.
Yeah.
Our EOS facilitator is going to be doing that for some of their
Oh, no
future
way.
meetings. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they really like when
It's fun.
It is fun.
We don't have to always be working, right? It is
No.
nice sometimes to do.
Yeah, we went on the beach and we got in a motorboat and we scooted around the
That's
lake.
funny.
Yeah, it was pretty
No
cool.
sunburns.
Right?
I presented at that. I was like pretty much live I was at the beach. Like I was at a beach house in South Carolina, and you could do the whole
Yeah.
It was kind
That's
of
what I like about this virtual
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
I can
right.
do it anywhere I please.
Yeah. Bill, I might be outing Bill Freeman, but Bill, he's on the board, right?
Yeah.
He's like, I'll just go up in the mountains. I have a
He did.
cell reception, and he works from wherever.
And he did.
Yeah.
A couple of times we had meetings and he was
Up in-
camping.
camping in the
his
mountains.
RV.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I'm in my kitchen. he so nicely sent us pictures of all of us.
Yeah.
Enjoying what he was enjoying.
Right.
Sitting in my lovely kitchen.
This is great.
They-
So
they
I'll
send
I'll
us-
let you go. I know you have to get up
they gotta be
to
doing
speak.
work.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab a book.
Yes. Thank you for popping in. I'll grab some
I'll
more.
try and send some folks your direction.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you
Thanks,
so
Dad.
much for being
No
here.
problem.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing this.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. This
It's
is
cool.
We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
It's going.
Yeah, right. All right. Hopefully everything's still going well. Everybody can hear us. There's probably some background noise, but registrations. How's the audio? The audio's good. You heard it on. Oh, cool. Good. That's the only thing I'm worried about with this. What's that? It's all good. No, buddy. You can sit down if you want, Shane. Everybody's afraid of the camera. You know what? I'm gonna turn the camera a little sideways, show registration. Danny Harris doing a great job. Executive Director of NAFED. Ah, there's Trey. Sit down if you want. Let's see. All right. I got some text that it's going. Audio's okay. How you doing, man?
I'm great, man.
Yeah?
Had a good night. Everything went well and
Good.
ready
Good.
for a solid day.
Yeah, right. Trey Norad from NORAD Systems.
Fire Systems,
Fire
yeah.
Systems.
Monroe, Louisiana.
Yeah, great. He's been a mainstay at NAFED for a while. Him and his how far does it go back?
Well, my dad's been involved since the early '80s.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The first time I ever went to one, I was in the 3rd grade, and
Oh,
it was
wow.
in Philadelphia, and we got to go to Philadelphia and get out of school. So it was
Oh
cool.
yeah, right. Yeah.
I guess I've just kind of hung around ever since.
Nice. Yeah, it's crazy how you end up in this such a niche industry.
It is. Yeah.
It's like, and you tell anybody any normal people about fire, and they don't really fully understand it.
Yeah.
You know. But I always look up. I don't know why I look up. Probably because I'm a sprinkler fan,
Yeah.
so I see the sprinkler system or the smoke detectors and whatever. But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I'm the same way when I was coming up the escalator up here. I noticed that the speakers up here are newer than the speakers downstairs, so this has obviously been renovated. So
Yeah, right.
It's just, things that other people don't even see when they
Right.
when they walk through.
Yeah. You walk through a building and you always notice the deficiencies, and hopefully they're getting resolved, but most likely probably not.
I'm real worried about the protection in my room, but I'm
Oh,
not
really?
sure. It could be. It's right there on the edge.
I've got one of those recessed sidewalls
Yeah.
with a cup on it. Hopefully there's something behind it.
Well, there's
Jason?
a ceiling elevation change in the room, and I'm like, it's right there on the edge.
Yeah, right. Oh, this is great.
But no, glad to have you here.
So Trey's he's a listener and subscriber of the podcast, so had to bring him on. This is the first live one we've done, and pretty cool. You were what are you excited to see at the trade show?
I'm just happy that we're back, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
There's a lot of these vendors that we use and don't use, and you kind of get to mix in with them and see what they got new, innovative, and
Sure.
and hopefully there is some new innovative.
Yeah. On the I feel like on the manufacturer side it's a little slow
Yeah.
because of approvals, listings, and whatever. But on the software side, it's like we throw everything against
That's
the wall.
right. It's kind of the wild,
So
wild
we have
west,
like 5 new features this month that we're showing today. So it's kind of wild.
Well, no, that's it. That is exciting. But like you said, it's such a niche industry
Yeah.
that there's not a lot of innovation in
Right.
it because there's nobody pouring money into
Right.
that.
Exactly.
So, but no, yeah, excited to be back and excited for this podcast.
Yeah. No. This is really cool. Hopefully, I think I'm on the town panel tonight, or town hall panel, and then tomorrow's actually we have the schedule right there. There's some great breakout sessions as well. I'm actually interested. John Lawler's talking about deficiencies.
Yeah.
That's a near and dear to my heart.
I'm kind of excited to see what they want to say
John,
about.
you want to say hello?
Hello. Good morning.
John Mackey with the Mackey Group, joining the podcast.
Good morning.
How's it going?
How are you, Drew?
Good.
Morning, John. How
How you doing? I haven't had my first cup of coffee yet.
All right, you can go get it and
Oh,
come
no,
back.
I'm not going to interrupt. So,
I like the logo.
you like that?
Yeah,
You like that?
you talked about the flame as the M.
Yeah.
That was great.
So, a very creative designer, friend of mine,
Yeah.
came up with that. So,
Cool.
you know, just kind of goes with the industry, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I
We all
know.
have flames on our
I got
trucks
it.
and business cards and websites.
We've got a flame now. You
You
know,
got one too.
got rid of the
Jay's got
sprinkler.
some too, so.
Yeah, I know, right?
There's only a way to suppress it on the shirt.
I know,
That's
right?
Yeah, you can't really get that feature in there.
Right.
Especially if you go to get a shirt screen printed, it's like, how do you? They want to use gradients and all this other stuff. And
Yeah.
It's it just doesn't work.
Right. Right.
Yeah, it's
So,
funny. We just redid our stand-up banner, and our marketing department did great, but we have all these icons around it of kind of what we do inspections on, and it's great. It's got sprinkler, fire alarm, extinguisher. They made one with suppression. I'm like, how do you do a suppression like little logo? But they did it.
Right.
So, but there's also we do SCBA inspections, so they put a gas mask icon on there, like. It's an SCBA, but it looks like a gas mask. So like, it looks like we're inspecting gas masks,
Yes.
which masks this time of year is like, all right, everybody's over
One
masks.
more layer.
It's over-
Yeah. So, but
Very good. How the discussion's been with.
great. Diane, Deb Horvath, and Lisa Lawler joined. They came on, so that was
Awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
Ben and Jamie from Amerex popped in.
Yeah.
And I've just been grabbing people as they come through. And again, this is kind of like, we'll see if this works, right?
Right. Right. No, it's a great idea. I think that any opportunity to get word out about the industry, what's going on.
Sure.
Share perspectives about the associations, the association meetings, why it's important to attend them, participate. I don't care if it's NAFED or AFSA or
Yeah.
SFPE or
Sure.
FSSA,
Sure.
right, or regional stuff. I mean, we've got to advocate. We got to get involved. And,
Yeah.
This is part of it.
Yeah. You got to. It's funny. Diane was talking about just trying to get more involvement from the associations into the NFPA code. And we were talking about that last night as well. It's like they're having trouble finding seats, filling the seats from the association. I'm like, and everything moving to Microsoft Teams that NFPA's done. I think it's going to help. But we got to get people to step up, and it's not that much of a commitment to join a technical committee. So.
No, it's just the right people, right?
Yeah.
I've tried to join. I just don't have the technical expertise to get on some of these things, but I
But
still-
as
I
an
still see-
as an association member, that you could easily
Right.
represent the
Yeah.
association.
So, and I also think that right or wrong, a lot of those manufacturers have those seats,
Yes.
right? And they hang on those seats forever,
Right.
Right, and some people have been on those seats for 25
I know.
years, right?
I know.
And so, how do you have a changing of the guard, if you will, from
Sure.
the manufacturer to the associations?
Yes.
Right? Or,
Exactly.
something along those lines, because that's where the rubber meets the road, is in the field.
Yes,
in the
it is.
markets, and the customers we service, and can't
Yeah.
make those decisions, in that corporate office and
Exactly.
wherever it's at. It's got
Yes.
to be in the field and
You
our
get-
offices and the markets we're in.
You got to have a broad technical committee with different members.
Right.
Different points. And I almost feel like it should be more of an independent point of view versus a targeted point of view. I might get in trouble saying that, but I don't know. The ideas flow better, and you want the best for fire protection, not maybe a certain entity. That's
Right.
all.
Yeah.
Well, I think especially the newer codes, 915, 950, 951.
Yep.
Those are three I'm really keeping a close eye on.
Right.
The makeup of those committees seem to be pretty diverse.
Yes.
Right.
Oh
A
yeah.
lot more people from the fire community involved in 915,
Yes.
for example. Right?
There is.
Few HJs, but
Yes.
not. It's spread out across the country. I mean, you're on 915 on the technical side, right?
Yep.
And you live in New York and Connecticut, right? But you've got people from Washington State, you got people from
Yep.
Nevada, you got people from Arizona,
Exactly.
Florida,
Yep.
right? And that's what we need. It's not a pocket,
Yeah, absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
Right? So,
No, it's good. I think hopefully they kind of learn that with some of the other committees and revamp some of them. I think one of the recent podcasts I had, Or we joke about NFPA 25 all the time. I'm like, it's like, why joke about it? Let's make some changes or just progress it forward to progress the code further. But it's more complicated than just saying that. So.
It's like turning the Titanic.
I know, right? Exactly. So.
That's great.
Yeah, this is good. Well, go get a coffee. You want
need
to stop
my
back
coffee.
over? You know, I'll be doing this for a
I'm
little
gonna
bit
get
more.
settled in.
Yeah. Thanks,
Thanks, Drew.
guys.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Drew.
Yeah.
The question you asked me yesterday, Perry Maxwell.
Perry Maxwell? No way.
Absolutely.
I'm coming down.
Yeah, for sure.
He's
And then
I'm a golf nerd if everybody doesn't know already.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to.
Perry Maxwell. All right.
Perry Maxwell, and then Ron Pritchard came.
Yeah.
And did it.
Yeah.
Redid it in 2009, not a reproduction.
Wow.
Kind of got it back to where it needs to be.
Yeah, they're having and Perry Maxwell's he did Southern Hills,
Yeah.
and they're having PGA Championship next year. Are you?
Yeah, it's like a 6-hour drive. Why not?
Let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's do it.
that'd be awesome. Good seeing you, Trey. Oh man, Perry Maxwell. Sorry, listeners out there. It's some golf nerd stuff. Famous architect that Traves belongs to. All right. Morning. Hi. Finn, what time is it here? 8. I think we're getting going at 8:15. Oop, got some live feed. Sorry. Oh man. Thanks, Chris. Oh, that's funny. I'm glad this is working out. So we'll do this again in Atlantic City. I'll probably do it to some of the trade shows in the fall at AFSA and NFED if they're down for that. Just it's good to see, everybody's finally getting together again. So yeah, really fun. So I am checking the YouTube stream now. If anybody has any questions or wants me to grab anybody.
Yeah, recognize me, did you?
Where's his red coat? Where's his red coat? Paul from City Fire is just talking to Shane from Inspect Point. He's always got his red coat on. And it's 105 here in Vegas, so he probably left it at home. Hey Shane, we've got some requests for you to come on. So, no, yeah, everybody, I know what you're about, but
So what?
got Shane O'Brien, one of our sales team members for Inspect Point. He's been in the industry for quite a while, and how many NAFEDs have you been to?
I don't know, probably over a dozen anyway.
Yeah?
It's been a long time. There was a big gap. There was probably some when I was in my teens.
Yeah, oh really?
Right?
Oh wow.
14, 15, going to them with my dad. Mom,
Yeah.
Family business.
So I know your dad's in the industry. So how far back does it go? Give a little history of
my dad and uncles in the 60s.
Oh wow,
So,
really?
yeah.
Wow.
In the 60s.
In
both
the
of them.
Maryland area?
No, actually, they were in Ireland.
They're in Ireland,
They
really?
start. My dad did. I can't. Yeah, my uncle did too. He was started
wow.
selling fire protection in Ireland.
Wow.
So,
That's
in the
crazy.
'60s, and then there was some family here because they were both.
Sure.
And he ended up in Pennsylvania and then
Oh, wow.
down to Maryland. So,
Oh wow! So that's why you have
Yeah.
dual citizenship.
Yeah,
You're over-
you can do both, right?
That's funny. Well,
So
we got
it's
to
a
start
international service.
We got to
before
start
the-
calling on Ireland, I guess.
Yeah, I'll
you
be
know?
up for that.
I
As
don't.
soon as we can get over there.
Yeah, I know, right? It's a little locked down. Are they on a different? Is Ireland on a different
British
code?
standards.
British standard.
yeah. Just like the UK. It's UK.
Sure.
British standards. But this is good. It's glad to get back to NAFED. And
I know,
get
good to actually
get to
see
see
people.
people in person. And,
Well, I've been talking to Shane for months now, and haven't actually got to meet him
Yeah,
yet.
right.
So, talk to him every day, pretty much.
it's kind of like we're all getting comfortable with Zoom, but
I know,
it
right?
feels so much better to be in person.
It is, yeah, it does.
And to see having a camera glitches.
Oh, I know, yeah, that or audio, whatever, and everybody's super excited to see people, and this is the first real trade show for fire protection.
Yeah, it is since last March. or
Yeah,
when
since
they stopped.
this last March exactly. Which
Very good.
yeah. And I think Diane's giving her speech in a few
It's
minutes.
ready in a few
but,
minutes.
Did you see any new products that you were intrigued with?
Not yet, but
Not yet?
We'll see.
Well, I know we have
haven't-
stuff. But
We'll let you see later.
no, but was there any? Did you see anything from Amarex or they didn't have all the booths set up yet? Right?
Not yet. But the new Amerex has that new QR code, which is
Oh yeah,
pretty
yeah,
cool
yeah.
for us.
Yeah, it's good for us. Yep.
And instead of just the standard old barcode system,
Sure.
it's kind of coming to the 21st century, getting in tune.
Yeah, we were talking with Trey last night about some of the electronic suppression detection too, and it's kind of wild that he made a comment that he's one of the largest doing the electronic detection, and the volume wasn't even close
right.
to what you'd think it'd be.
You would think it would be a lot.
You think it'd be a lot more, and why isn't it taking off? Obviously, the restaurant industry was impacted pretty good.
Yeah.
But
So you got to reset for them, but it's also something new. So it's
sure.
Some people are slow to change old mechanical detection.
Yes.
And then they moved from that mechanical, and then they started having some of that tubing, and then
Right.
linear.
Right.
You're familiar with some of that from the sprinkler days. They
Yeah.
did a little linear detection.
Yes,
stuff.
yes.
So it just takes a while. I mean, it's like what?
Yeah.
What
The industry takes a while anyway.
the old adage? It's not broke. No.
Yeah. Exactly.
But it's good. I mean, it also good to see a lot of younger guys coming through that are
Yes.
like even talking to some of them next generation,
Yes.
like me, but even they're younger. So,
Yeah.
So because I was just talking to somebody else, Paul, about
Yeah.
trying
Paul
to
McGrath.
get the young. How do you get people into the business?
Sure.
Because this business has been around and it's going to be.
It's going to continue to grow.
You're not going to go on the highs and lows, bubbles at the bubble burst that some of these
Right.
other businesses have. So the fire business has always been good.
Yeah, it's been steady.
I mean,
and
you're not gonna, you're not setting the world on fire every day. Hopefully.
yeah, right. If you
No
are,
pun-
you already
no
put it
pun
out.
intended.
Yeah, it's and be interested to see if what. Hopefully they go over some stats because I know NAFED does grab a bunch of stats from FEDs and everything to see how their businesses are doing. But I think overall it was last year and a half was tough on a bunch of different levels, but coming out of this it's going to be great.
But the fire business is resilient, bounces
Yeah.
along, keeps on going.
Code compliance
you know.
is always increasing,
And,
so
it's probably more important than ever to make sure everything is up to date because you don't have the facility people watching everything. You
Sure.
have reduced staff in your buildings, so they can't check a large office building or because you're only using 70% of it.
right.
But you have 100% fire protection responsibility.
Yes. Yep.
So inspection becomes more critical because you don't have eyes and ears in
Right.
the building all the time.
Exactly. Yeah. If they're empty and whatever.
Yeah.
I know.
Somebody might not even be using 4 floors of the building.
Right.
Oh, well, that's where something could happen.
Sure.
Pinhole turns into a big problem.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I know Scott Aggie.
Yeah.
So on back to the electronic detection. So if you move to that, can you get rid of? So on a semi-annual, you're checking links a lot, and obviously the full system.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you're
do you
replacing the
improve your
fusible.
inspection
Well,
quality and frequency if you go to electronic? Because then you don't have the mechanical.
Right.
It's more electrical, and that's probably a little more reliable, I would think. Potentially.
Potentially, but you're also dealing on the kitchen hoods. You're dealing in a harsh environment.
Oh,
too,
yeah,
so,
all the grease.
So, grease, and then you have the cleaning aspect with the chemicals they use.
Oh, right.
What does the chemical, and if they're pressure washing,
Oh,
how
right.
much pressure are they putting on that?
Yeah.
So I know it's tested, it's fine, but how long do you want to leave it before somebody in the qualified inspector looks
Yeah.
at it, right? So maybe they stay with the frequency, but what would it help is a big problem in that is the fusible link line getting full of grease. And
Yeah.
So if you can eliminate that part,
Yeah, this is a big
you're gonna
deficiency.
cut out
Yeah, right.
and a potential issue for some of the systems to
Sure.
not operate.
Yeah, I mean, Trey was talking about it last night. He's like, I eliminate a lot of the, potential liability with the links, like going to
So
electronic.
you may not change your inspection frequency, but you're just going to change how you do things.
Yeah.
Or what
Yeah,
you check.
yeah.
You're checking the electronics, not the mechanical side. Now.
Sure.
And
Sure.
some of the guys that are not used to touching wires are going to have to.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
pushing buttons, right?
Right.
We all are in digital age.
Yeah, everybody's got a smartphone. It's like,
I mean, if your system can tell you what the status is without even having to show up at the place.
sure.
I mean, you don't have to drive 100 miles to go look at
No,
something,
I know.
right? I mean, it's okay if you're right across the street.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, everybody's got. It's like once the smartphone took over, then there's no excuses anymore. If you can operate an iPhone,
Right.
most powerful.
I think everybody from 2 years on up.
Yeah, right.
Give
I
a
know.
2-year-old and they know what they're doing. Hey, Jeff.
That's Jeff, right? Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you run.
We'll see. They're getting ready to start.
Yeah, they're gonna get started in a minute. I'll stay live for a little bit, catch a few more stragglers. But yeah, I'll see you guys in there. All right, let's see the chat. Sorry, I haven't checked it in a while. Thanks, Todd. Somebody wants to do inspections in Ireland with us. Oh, that's fun. All right, Chris, I'll ask that question as well. Essentially, what everybody's excited about. And a lot of it's just seeing people. What I've heard so far. Just being live. How's it going? I think everybody's had a smiling face so far. So. Todd, I can see your comments, by the way. I was talking. Todd Stevens from Sevo Industrial sent me a couple comments. Todd, I did give you a shout out on your FSSA success with the Purple Live. I think who came over? Oh, Deb came over. And they were all excited about that.
Oh, that was a Z, yeah.
How many viewers we got? Oh, we're getting started here in a second. Yeah, looking forward to seeing everybody in Atlantic City as well. How's it going? You're willing to stop by, Danny, if you ever want to
Okay,
say
let
hi
me-
to me. Yeah, yeah, I know you're busy. Diane Pine's on stage right now.
Okay. All right.
I think Danny Harris from NAFED's going to pop over in a minute, so we'll probably end it off with him. He's the executive director, so he got this whole thing together. So
Oh, you did? Okay. I got that one. Thank you. Yep, no problem. Yeah, good to see you.
check the chat.
Great, thank you. Yeah, of course.
Sure. Throw it. No. I'll come over. Still alive. Maybe grab a couple more and I'll cut it off. Hey Jeff, how you doing? Good. How's it going? Great. I don't think people know that they're live when they're coming saying hi to me.
Oh, we can, they've got it, but they said pricing, they gave us for buying so many, but they said the discount's only good for 30 days because the cost of materials is going crazy. 20, that's it. Yeah, we did include them. Yeah.
Well, I think I've got a lot of dead air here, so probably gonna end it or even pause it. But I do appreciate everybody tuning into this live podcast from NFPA in Las Vegas, 2021. Looking forward to doing something here in Atlantic City in the coming weeks. So again, appreciate all the listenership and yeah, stop by. Just stop by the booth if you're going to be here. I've probably already seen you if you're here, but again, thanks for all the support, and we'll see you soon. Take care. In there, I didn't get the chance to.
It was really good.
Yeah, that guy was awesome.
Was he?
Yeah, he was funny. He was
Really?
Yeah, it was good, man.
He was well dressed. I know that. I saw him. You know, he had this
you see his
perfect,
hair?
perfect manicured beard.
Oh, yeah.
You know. I saw him walk out, and I'm like, oh, you should have hung out a little more. But...
Yeah, he's right downstairs actually.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be fun. So Metro Safety and Fire, right?
Yes, sir.
I always, because there's so many Metro Fire and Safeties. I like how you guys named it.
We put safety before fire.
Oh yes.
Kendall and Steven, right? I got that right? Cool.
How's your day going?
Yeah. You know.
Okay.
No, it's good. So I was super nervous that all this audio equipment wouldn't work. But as soon as it was working, I was like, oh, the relief just like, you know, set. Yeah, it was good. So, and I don't know, we had about 15 people come through.
Already?
Yeah. So did you guys come through?
Absolutely.
This way?
Yeah.
So I was probably doing some other people. Kaylin, what's up, man? How you doing? Say hello to the interwebs.
We're on a podcast.
Happy to be here.
But I met them last night finally at an Amorex event. That was pretty cool.
It was a good time.
So I actually get to see people. It's kind of wild, you know.
Is this the first event you've been to in the last year and a half?
Yes. So we were here at NAFED. I wasn't here. Danny, one of my other sales guys, was here. But I was at AFSA in Northern California.
Nice.
That was like the week the pandemic kind of hit.
Oh yeah.
And then, you know, he's locked inside for a year. Especially where you guys are and I'm at. Like, you really couldn't
Oh yeah.
really.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys got to do it because it's essential.
Yes.
That was a benefit, yeah, being in essential work.
How was it going into like? Was there a lot of empty buildings? You were still doing work.
Yes. There was a lot of buildings that allowed us to finally get in and kind of get our hands dirty.
We did a headwalk at a hotel that we've serviced for 15 years.
Yeah,
and we were never able to do the headwalk because it was always occupied.
Wow.
The only people that were staying there were some of the people, the employees.
Yeah,
were,
yeah.
You know, able to stay there
Yeah.
and just kind of live there, work there, everything. And it was, I've never been able
Interesting.
to walk units at a hotel before.
Right.
Yeah.
We were talking to a fire alarm person here in Vegas, and they're like, MGM just told me to light this place up like a Christmas tree because you can set up all the fire alarm devices.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So they were like slammed last summer because Vegas kind of like essentially shut down.
Right.
But it's kind of wild that the industry did way better than everybody thought it would.
Yes.
You know.
We were able to thrive, I
Yeah.
think, this last year. It was beneficial.
And then coming out of it, it's like, all right, you kind of learned all these lessons, so it's just going to get even better.
Oh yeah. I think we all expected that dip, and then the dip came,
dip.
but it was here and gone.
Yeah,
It was quick.
Because a lot of people started to realize, well, I mean, I'm quarantined, but I still have a phone.
Yeah,
we still
yeah.
Zoom call. We
Oh,
still
yeah,
do all
yeah.
this.
Yep.
And they didn't have to be on site for us to do what we need to do.
Right. There's only like the restaurant stuff, and that's
That's like a mess.
quickly coming back.
Do you want to sit? Or are you...
They've got it right up there. You might have to convince
Steal
them
one.
somehow. Just say you're coming on the podcast. I need to, Did you get it?
Making me nervous.
They didn't have water out at the breakfast table. I'm like, all right, whatever. You gotta buy the Brooks water.
Oh yeah, dude.
Well, the town hall will be interesting later.
Absolutely.
I think it's gonna be in front of everybody too, right?
Nice, dude.
Make sure you have some questions lined up.
Oh, absolutely. I have plenty.
I'm only going to look at those two the whole time.
That's fine.
While you're speaking,
Hey, this is good practice for it, right?
Absolutely.
she knows what she's talking. We try to get her.
You did, yeah. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, there's definitely a reason why she's doing it, and not us.
I don't even know how they picked Diane probably just handpicked a bunch of people.
It was the whole board. It was like Cliff and Diane and Danny all.
Oh,
got
they
together.
did it.
Yeah.
Ah,
And some other people
alright.
I haven't met yet.
Yeah, they're just looking for future leaders, man, in the industry.
Yeah, because there was like a panel. I'm like, I think it's all under 40 people. Right?
Yeah.
And
That's kind of that.
and it's kind of interesting that she did it that way. So, props to Diane.
You weren't in there, but Diane asked everybody under 40 to stand up, and it was probably a third of the room.
Really?
Yeah, there's quite a bit of
No
a
way.
man. Yeah.
Way.
Wow.
It was awesome.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
good to see because I've been doing this. I've been in fire protection almost 19 years. Really,
Are you old enough to have been in it that long?
started working with Tyco right out of school. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I manufactured the dry valve at DPV1. I had
you really?
no idea what it did. Yeah.
Wow. Dude,
I just
That's my
knew how
favorite.
to I put it together.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is a good one. Near and dear to my heart.
Yeah, man. I just want,
Luckily, their castings don't come out of China anymore.
Agreed. No, and I'm completely happy with that as well. They're made in Israel now, right?
Not anymore.
I was gonna say
I
a
think
few
they've-
of them that I've seen them in there.
I
But
think I think they got them out of Israel. The DV5 is in Israel because of a patent issue.
yeah.
All right, any JCI people listening, it's probably changed since.
I will say this: whoever made it, I want to shake your hand. You
Yeah.
guys are
Well, I
fantastic.
know who designed it, and it's pretty cool how they did it.
Tell them I said hello.
Yeah, right.
From a sprinkler guy.
Right?
Man, you're
it's great.
great,
You
dude.
plunge it. They haven't done anything different. It's just you hit the plunger and you're good. But so I did that. I worked for Allied Tube making pipe, and then got into sprinklers after that. But,
Nice.
yeah, so I've been in it for 18 years. Yeah. Well, I'm heading down. We'll see you guys down there.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Good
Cool.
seeing you, brother.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.